This is the updated design guide for the interstitial image or SWF template. Now, an interesting thing to note about this interstitial is that instead of acting like a traditional interstitial ad, which would actually run on a separate HTML page in between two pages on your website, this acts more like an overlay or lightbox, which will allow you to drop the ad code on an existing page, and then immediately upon render, that page will get grayed out and show the ad. So we'll go ahead and do a quick preview here. Here's the page, the gray out, and then the image or SWF will appear on top of that. Now, from a user standpoint, the only way to exit this ad would be to either click on or around the ad, and that will take you through to whatever click-through URL you've built in, or I click the close button, which will close the ad and bring the user to the actual page that they were originally navigating to. So that's how the ad works. Let's jump over into the ad builder and show what the options are. So from a text standpoint, you can insert text here. If you wanted to have some animated text on top of that ad or image, you could. Most cases you're going to choose to leave that blank. The second text option is a countdown caption. If you want the ad to automatically close, you can check that in settings, and we'll show you how to do that in a moment, and that'll let you put a timer on it and it'll automatically close after a certain amount of time. Next is your media. You'll see pretty simple, just an 850 by 850 pixel image that you can put in here, always JPEGs, PNGs, or GIFs that you can use. Now you'll notice the image we used in this particular ad is smaller than 850 by 850. What we did for the sample was just basically take it, put it on a transparent PNG that's 850 by 850, and have a smaller ad living in the middle. So you can really design this from a designing standpoint to whatever size and shape you want, either 850 by 850 or anything less than that. And basically that 850 by 850 pixel image will justify to the top center of the screen. So our actual image probably comes out to here and a little bit higher and out to here on the left, and then we just made the image itself smaller in the middle. Likewise, with this close button, you can adjust this to live anywhere on the ad as well, and we'll show you that in just a minute. So you can use our close button. We have a little X that we've popped in here. Again, that image is 300 by 75 pixels. The little X we did was just, again, on a transparent PNG that's smaller than 300 by 75. But you can upload your own close button image. You can have text there that says close, design it to look however you want. And then finally, if you wanted to use an SWF file instead of an image, you would go ahead and upload that here. Step 3 is for your colors. You'll notice there's a caption color. Again, if you wanted to use text, you could color that and select the color here. Border color if you're going to use a border. The pop-up mask, basically that gray out that's appearing, currently is set to black. You could change that to a different color or hue if you want, and you'll be able to actually dictate the opacity of that down here in settings as well. And then finally, countdown caption timer. If we turn that on, you can adjust the color of that here. Click-through URL is very simple. It's just one image or SWF, so we just have one main click-through that's going to be used for the whole ad. And now finally, for settings, you'll see border thickness if you're going to use a border, corner radius if you want to use that. Do you want to show the border, yes or no? Fade duration basically plays with how fast when the image appears do you want it to take to fade in. 1 second, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, you can adjust that here. Close button location. There's a default position in the top right-hand corner or bottom right-hand corner that you can adjust it to. If you don't want to give it a specific setting, you just put top or bottom, and that's where the close button will live. Next is, would you like to limit the auto launch would you like to limit ad launch to once every X hours per visitor? Again, if you put yes here, this will drop a cookie, and instead of no, you would put a number in here. For instance, I'd like it to only show up once every 24 hours after the initial time it launches. So you could do that, or if you want it to simply appear every time someone hits that page, you'd put no. Pop-up max transparency, again, this is the opacity. Right now we have it at 50%, so it's a dead black background that's 50% opaque. You could adjust that here. Would you like to use an image or SWF for the content? You select that here. Would you like to customize the close button location? Now, so no matter what you set for the close button, top or bottom, if you change this setting to yes, that's going to ignore top or bottom, and then give you the ability underneath here to dictate the distance to the right. So that close button, how far to the right? Right now it's arbitrary, but it's 415 pixels to the right and 15 pixels down from the top. You'll notice if we adjust that to, for instance, 200, and we preview the ad, you'll see the close button, instead of living above the upper right hand corner of the template, now is here in the center. So you can adjust that to live anywhere within the ad you like. So we'll change that back here. And then, would you like to use an auto close countdown? Basically, if you want the ad to disappear automatically after a certain amount of time, we just put yes here. How long would you like that to take? Currently it's set to 15 seconds. So you'll see when I preview it here, the ad will now pop up, and if I simply watch this, it has a little continuing to website in blank seconds. It's going to give you a countdown. If I just sit and wait here for the 15 seconds, you'll see that the ad will now automatically disappear without closing on anything. So you can put that in as well as an option, and then you can dictate, again, where does that actual caption live. Right now we have it 145 pixels to the right, 58 pixels down, but you can adjust that depending on your template and design that you've used. So that's the new update and overview. As always, call us at 866-467-2289 if you have any questions.